Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and today Bakkt tweeted this. They tweeted that they are pleased to confirm that they have completed their first round of funding, $182 million, and that is for Bakkt, which is going to be the representative of Wall Street in crypto. Bakkt is going to be Wall Street's crypto firm. It's going to be the way they get their entry, and this it was started by ICE, which owns the New York Stock Exchange. So this, as I've been telling you all year, this represents Wall Street's entry into crypto. They're not spending $182 million for nothing. $182 million is a tremendous amount of money. And you better believe that these people are not coming into an industry where they think they're going to lose money with that kind of an investment. I wanted to briefly show you who some of their investors are. Boston Consulting Group, CMT Digital, Eagle 7, Galaxy Digital, Goldfinch Partners, which is an accounting firm out of Australia. Accountants are some of the most conservative people I've ever been around in my life. Alan Howard, which is an individual billionaire, Horizons Ventures, Intercontinental Exchange, Microsoft Venture Capital arm, M12, Pantera Capital, PayU, and the fintech arm of Naspers and Protocol Ventures. All these people are putting up millions of dollars for this. Now remember, just last week, Bloomberg told us that Wall Street was quietly shelving its Bitcoin dreams. They were running away from all of this. Okay, well, as I've said before, follow the money. What these people say and where the money is going is always two different things. If you've learned anything about crypto in this year on this channel, it's these people have grown accustomed to being able to manipulate the average Joe investor out there to their benefit. That's how they roll. And that's the kind of stuff we've been seeing all year long. And I've been begging people not to let them frighten you away from a life-changing situation. And that's what this is. What matters is that they're throwing $180 million towards it. Words mean nothing. These are words that mean nothing except being disingenuous. That means nothing. Let me show you what else means nothing. Bill Gates, this is from back in May. Bill Gates thinks investing in Bitcoin is crazy. Here's his quote. Gates told CNBC that Bitcoin is one of the crazier speculative things he's seen, and that he would short it if there was an easy way to do it. As an asset class, you're not producing anything, and so you shouldn't expect it to go up. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are kind of a pure greater fool type of investment, Gates added. Well, I guess Bill Gates is a fool because Microsoft's venture capital arm is now a part of $182.5 million investment into Bakkt, which is a cryptocurrency exchange coming from Wall Street. So welcome to the Fools Club, Mr. Gates. Moving along. I also wanted to point out one other thing. Pantera Capital is also one of the investors in Bakkt. And they're showing, these are Pantera Capital's venture investments. Thought it was worthy to show you Bakkt and then come down here just a little ways and show you who else that they are invested in. It's a small world in the crypto space. Next, I wanted to show you a tweet from Leonidas at LeoHadjiloizou. He says, my first XRP community blog post, a Q4 XRP summary of the latest developments along with some analysis. I hope you enjoy it. And he's so all of the bloggers, I show you Hodor's blogs a lot on there. It's at xrpcommunity.blog is where you can find all these blogs. But this particular one by Leonidas is really good. I've been kind of looking for someone who really took the time to summarize some of the great things that have been happening with Ripple and XRP over this year. Well, he sums up, he talks here, says the importance of liquidity has been stressed many times over by Ripple executives and the XRP community. An important step to greater liquidity is adoption and utility. With XRP added on more exchanges, platforms, and apps, it is slowly but steadily becoming a part of people's lives. I am not much of a talker, but as we all know, actions speak louder than words. This past quarter, there certainly was a lot of action for XRP and Ripple. Now, everybody, especially those of you that are considering an investment in XRP, but everybody needs to go to this blog and read it, because this guy goes from October 1st and tells you every single thing that has happened with Ripple and XRP that is going to help add to liquidity. And when you hear liquidity, you should hear cash registers, because the more liquidity that XRP has over time, the more your XRP is going to be worth. And he shows you, and I'll just take you through a few examples. On October 1st, Ripple makes XRapid commercially available and moves into production with Mercury FX, Colix, and Catalyst Corporate Credit Union. Rackbank announces money transfer services to Sri Lanka via Ripple. October 2nd, Crumbs app allows users to buy XRP and USD on their phones. I'm going to just go fast forward through a bunch of these and just pick one. Okay. October 23rd, XRP United takes the XRP community by storm with its launch video. Adds XRP its base currency with BTC, ETH, BCH, LTC, and XLM pairs. I'm just showing you. I mean, it's like this guy. This is like the most extensive thing that I've ever seen. let me see if I can find you another one that looks interesting. November 7th, Trezor's new wallet, Model T, supports XRP. BCB Group granted a Swiss-backed regulatory approval as a financial intermediary for its cryptocurrency prime brokerage service that supports XRP. Hong Kong-based exchange XDAEX adds XRP with BTC and USDC pairs. Let's move along and find another one. I'm just picking these at random just to give you an idea of how thorough this guy has been. I'm really impressed. Let's go. Here's one. November 29th, 2018. XRP added on X crypto crash as a gambling coin. December 6th. GMT Advanced Financial Services, Israel's largest and leading financial services company, was chosen to be Ripple's representative in Israel. And then, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. But here's the point that I want to make with all of this, people. I've said this before, but I want to say it really, let this really sink in, because after a year of a bear market, I want you to understand the state of the union versus where we were. Last year, when we had the bull run in December of last year, we now have, I think the number is over 100 more exchanges that XRP is on than we did back then. When that bull run occurred, the exchanges were literally locking up because they couldn't handle all of the customers that were trying to pound their way in to buy XRP. Many of the exchanges like Bittrex had to shut their doors and would not allow new signups. After that, they had to add personnel to get ready for the next bull run. There have been literally thousands of upgrades, whether it's of new exchanges and personnel added to existing exchanges and processes and computer systems, upgrades that have been done over the last 12 months that did not exist last December. Wall Street is about to come in and they're going to open access to people who have never had access. Think about what you and I have had to go through in order to think about how hard that it is if you just sat down one of your friends right now, as I've done, and they said, okay, I want to buy XRP. Think about how difficult that all of the ins and outs of it have been for us. and what it's like. If someone sat in the chair here beside me right now and they said, I want to buy XRP, the first thing I would tell them probably is to go to Uphold. That would probably be their fastest route in. But then, let's say that they figure out how to link their bank account and they buy the XRP on Uphold. Well, there's a whole new world of information that is opened up to them when they start thinking in terms of, how do I secure it? How do I get out? What's my exit strategy? The things that we've talked about all year. There are so many facets to the crypto world for the safety of it and getting yourself set up to get in and out. And all of these things have the last 12 months, even though we've been in a bear market, all of these things have gotten easier and easier, but they're not even close to how easy it's going to be. When all of this is to the point, and this is one thing I've said before, when all of this is to the point, think about who your least educated friend is or your least technologically savvy friend is. When all of this gets to the point where you don't have to explain anything to that friend, the way it was back in the .com bubble, it didn't take a genius to figure out how to go and buy .com stocks. When it's all to the point where it's that easy, that's when you and I will be looking out at the ocean from our beachfront condo or our beachfront home that we bought with our XRP holdings. Once we get to that point, that's when you'll know. And like I told my wife back in 2013, my hunch is that this is the internet made over, but it's bigger. And I've told my wife, and I've told you all on this channel before, if I'm right, then one day we'll be able to transfer our XRP into an E-Trade account or a Charles Schwab account, and you'll be able to buy and sell it in there, and then you'll be able to cash out from there. And I told my wife, if I'm right and that's where this goes, we're going to make a mint. And I was right. I am right. And it's about to be proven that that's the case. I wanted to show you one final thing before I wrap up this video. And this is from crypto-@crypto_-XRP. Sent me this morning. And I told you that Japan just worked out its regulation. Well, now South Korea, they've ended the year with 6 bills to regulate the cryptocurrency industry. It almost feels, we got this backed announcement this morning. You got the Japan news about Japan having worked out their regulatory system for crypto. And now you're seeing South Korea. Now remember, South Korea is what drove the XRP through the roof last December. And then the regulatory thing became an issue. South Korea has ended the year with 6 bills to regulate the cryptocurrency industry. And this came out today. It's almost like it was all designed to, it's almost like a coordinated effort to prep 2019 to be the year of crypto. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that crypto is here to stay and that Wall Street is coming. Thank you for listening.